What? Greetings, body jugglers, YouTube, Facebook, Twitters, all that stuff. We're here with Nancy Cote in Maine. How you doing, Nancy?
I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome. And tell us who our guest today is.
This is Joanne Bacon. Yay!
Hello, Joanne. Okay, so real quick, Joanne, just tell us like how much experience you have with the ball. Like how many times have you done it, and why do you keep doing it?
Well, I keep doing it because I love it. I started thinking about it because I felt like my balance wasn't as good as it once was. So that's what's starting to worry me. And that's how I kind of got hooked up in this. And I've been doing it 3 months, maybe. Yeah. 3 months, maybe a couple times a week.
Sweet. Very awesome. Okay, so one of the things as a teacher, well, thank you for all that. That's a really good summation, and I love that it started with balance. Nancy, what I want you to start doing is begin thinking about your own training, as well as anybody that any clients you're training, whether it is paid or people you're just trying to whet their appetite. Start thinking in terms of hours a week. How many hours are people doing? And there's a really important reason for that. And that is however many hours a week you put into something, that's going to determine what you get out of it.
Yes.
And most of the clients that I work with personally train 1 hour a week. Now, does that sound like fitness to you?
No. No.
It doesn't sound like fitness to me either. But people seem to think it is because they're spending money. And they think, well, that's going to make a difference. 1 hour a week is a hobby. Like, I don't even know if you can call 1 hour a week a hobby, really, because like.
And that's the thing here, you know, they get a key. They can come in and practice when I'm not here. You know, they can come in here and train with me. Like, I get you once a week, but when I first started, I was every day on that bar. It's important to do that if you want to.
That's how I do everything that means anything to me. Everything that's interesting or important, I do for at least an hour a day. And I practice multiple things like that. So I'll do 1 hour a day with one thing, 1 hour a day with another thing, 1 hour a day with another thing. And most people act like they can't commit to doing one thing 1 hour every single day. And I was just talking to one of my longest private clients. He's been studying Tai Chi with me for almost 2 years. And he is a winning high school basketball and football coach. And he's ex-FBI, ex-military. So this guy knows training. And I was talking to him about this. And I told him 1 hour a week is requisite for any, 1 hour a day is requisite for anything I'm genuinely interested in. And that, like imagining doing 7 hours a week of something to the average person is like, what?
But they can do that with TV.
Say what?
They can do that with TV.
Or a good book.
Yes, they can. But here's the point that he made is that 1 hour a day is beginning level of anything that you're going to do seriously. Nobody gets to the Olympics. Nobody finishes the Ironman. Nobody plays in the World Cup. Nobody does anything serious or competitive just doing it an hour a day, okay? So whenever someone is looking to me to help them change any aspect of their lives, the first question is, how much are you willing to commit? And people might think money, but what's far more important than money is the time. Because you can commit a whole bunch of money in very little time, and you can get very little results. And you can commit practically no money and a whole lot of time and get incredible results, right? So the question is, how much time are you willing to commit to whatever change you want to make? And that's going to determine your results. Now, having a good teacher is going to make that time speed up. And then that's where it becomes valuable. It becomes worth spending more money, is having a good teacher can get results faster, right? You talking about your clients can come in when you're not there. How likely do you think that is to happen?
Well, last year, I mean, it definitely was with Deanna and Angie. And I was in here when I was doing classes because we were committed.
So they were coming in even when you weren't there.
Yes.
That is extremely rare. And that's the very reason there is an industry for personal trainers, right?
Yes.
There's a reason that there's a job called personal training, and it's because people can't motivate themselves. Everybody wants to change. Everybody wants to get stronger. Everybody wants to lose weight. But very few people can control their attention, make a decision, and then follow through with it. So they pay people like me and you to help them be specific about what they're trying to accomplish, make a decision, and then actually follow through with it. So the fact that you got people to come there without you, that's a brilliant and awesome win for you, okay? The fact that it didn't last, no duh. Like, how many businesses keep their clients? Like, right? Like, every business that exists is losing clients all the time. And so then the challenge of business is new client acquisition. And every business that exists has to focus a lot of its energy on how do I get new clients? How do I get new clients? As you get better and better at getting new clients, you can then begin to focus on how do I keep those clients for longer and longer periods. I, in the past few years, have been really good at keeping clients for a long time. I have not been nearly as good as getting clients because it's very passive. Well, it feels passive to me. In a sense, it's active because I make all these videos and that's my marketing material, but it's not active in a sense of hitting the ground running, making phone calls like people I know that are salesmen, like they hit the ground running, right? I don't do that kind of client acquisition. I'm not spending money on, you know, Facebook words or Google ads or whatever, you know. Real businesses have to spend money on client acquisition, right? So all of these things are wins. You got people to commit without you, which is something that I've even had trouble doing. Even the people that pay to get certified in body juggling, very few of those people are able to keep doing it themselves and inspire others to pay money to do it with them. You know, there's some kind of je ne sais quoi, you know, like circus kid, you know, energy or something that and then obviously you bring it to it because you make people want to do it the same way. And it's probably because you have the passion to do it on your own in that same way. And without that passion, you're going to have trouble convincing somebody else to go on that trip. A good buddy of mine says, you know, nobody goes on the trip until someone gets excited, you know?
Right.
And salesmen are people that you got to get people excited about something, you know, just for them to commit to doing it, much less spending money. Okay, so that's what we're in the process of doing. And Joanne, you're here to take part in Nancy's Sculpt and Burn workout, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the way I would like to do this is I would like for Nancy to face the camera as much as possible. Joanne will face the opposite direction. And then Joanne, you're just going to do the best you can to mimic and keep up with Nancy. Okay, I'm not going to bother correcting you or telling you what to do. I'm just going to train her, and I want you to follow her because this is the same way I teach in a workshop. I always have a demonstrator, and then there's me telling and instructing. And I found it's the best way to make this work. So this is what would actually happen if we were at a real live body juggling workshop. This is the exact way you would experience it. Does that sound cool to you?
Yes. I'll be right back. I gotta get water.
Okay.
No, I need water.
Do you have any questions about that, Joanne?
Nope, I'm going to do the best I can, kiddo. I'll keep up as much as I can.
And the key is to always accept wherever you're at.
Okay.
How good of a job do you feel like you are at doing that?
I'm not very good at accepting less than my bet. You know, I always want to be better.
Understandable. So let me ask it to you this way. How's your inner critic? Do you have a really loud, annoying inner critic inside your head?
I have one, but I wouldn't say that it's really loud. I can tamp them back down.
Okay.
Like that.
Good. That's good. Well, turn it off. You don't need it at all today. You're just gonna keep up with Nancy as best you can, and she told me to really work her hard. So don't feel bad if you got to take a break and breathe or whatever. Any moves that we do that feel like they're challenging a part of your body that doesn't feel good, either find your own modification or just take a breather, watch for a second. Not one thing we do will take more than 2 or 3 minutes, and then just jump back in on the next one. That works?
Okay. That does.
Awesome. Can you tilt your screen down a little bit for me, Nance? Yep, perfect. And then you just make sure you're facing me, Nance. She'll be facing the other direction, and let's get to getting.
I assume knees.
Well, that's a good assumption. I wasn't going there, but I like it. Let's start with knees. Show me balance on your knees. Knee stall. Breathe deep and imagine that you're floating underwater. Feel your heart floating over the center of the ball, and let your hips move to keep your heart floating right over the center of that ball. Notice what you feel in your core. Notice what your body has to do to keep your balance. It's subtle work, but it's serious work. And you'll feel the results of that work very quickly. You guys know what the world record is for standing on a fitness ball?
2 days. What is it?
5 hours and like 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I want to break it. Okay, awesome. Hands on the bar and knee raises, butt up, butt down. 2, 3. You count, Nancy, because I've got lag here, so I can't really see how many.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Remember, always searching for the path of least resistance. Don't focus on the burn. Don't focus on the tension. Focus on releasing the tension. How many is that?
27.
Awesome. Give me 40.
I got 5 more. I got another 5.
Nice. That's from your max from the previous weeks, right?
Yes, 50.
Awesome. 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 Stretch anything that needs to stretch. Then we're right back up on our knees doing hip touches.
What are we doing? Hip touch will just, well, show me.
So the idea of this drilling is hopefully you shouldn't have to ask her anything. You should be able to just watch her and do the same thing as her. And then I'm going to be watching her form and coaching her form. And then you listening to the things that I tell her will affect your form. How many is that, Nance?
That was 13.
Good.
14.
20.
Other side.
Yes, ma'am. Everything we do, we balance both sides, except inside of a form. Sometimes we'll go to one direction in a form.
20.
Awesome. Stretch anything that needs to stretch. And then you're going to go right back to your balance, knee stall balance. And this time you're going to use your up and your down to help your balance, and you're going to use your hips moving from side to side to help your balance. Nice, Joanne. So her raising her butt helped her balance tremendously. And yep, Nancy, I want to see ups and downs on you.
That's what I thought.
Yes, ma'am. Give me at least 10. See, that's ninja stuff. Nice.
My quads hurt.
Yeah.
Good, good. Hop down and stretch. And now we're on the butt. Knee raises, they hit the quads in a different kind of way. Like normal squats don't do that. And Joanne, you're going to be sore tomorrow, hun, because that's a lot of knee ups. This woman's been going for a while.
Yep.
So as we move forward, remember to not kill yourself, because she's a pro. All right, so from right here, hip rock side to side, fingertips. Heart floating over the center of the ball, shoulders relaxed. Breathe deep. Add a little sass for fun. Pretend you got a little tattoo in the small of your back. Boys know they're looking. Good. Same thing. Heart floating, hip rock front to back. Heart floating, pelvis tilting under, tilting backwards. Good. And then connect both of those hip circles. Go in a big circle. But make sure your heart is still floating over the center of the ball. Don't make your circle so big your heart gets dragged along with. Let your heart float over the center of the ball. Hips swivel underneath. Awesome. Reverse. Soften that low back, the hips. Good, and back to center. Tailbone goes straight back towards the floor. Arms relax, shoulders relax. Relax the head and neck. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let everything relax even more. Then with the inhale, curl the back to come back up. Roll the spine to come back up to the center. Very nice. And then tailbone goes straight back again. And roll the back to come back up to center. And tailbone back. As the tailbone goes back, arch your back as you're dripping down. And then you're going to flex your back to roll up. Inhale coming up. Exhale, arch the back. Tailbone goes backwards to down. Exhale. Good. Let that become as fluid as you can, that rolling, undulating wave motion. The spinal wave. Beautiful. And back to back to forward fold, sorry. Tailbone all the way back, forward fold. And then we're going to curl the hips under. Back melts over the ball all the way to drip down. Back melts over the ball all the way down. Stopping softly into that drip down. Chest goes side to side gently. Feel that stretch go all the way down each side of the body through the serratus muscles, down in the obliques. Good. Now we're just going to do this rock now, and we're not going to do it anymore. To come back up, we're going to start like we're doing a pull-up. Back stays arched as you roll over the ball until the belly button reaches the bar, then flex to come up. Tailbone comes all the way back towards the floor. Beautiful. And then exhale, dripping all the way down, melting. Back melts over the ball, all the way down. Yep, and then right back up. 2, keep that moving as fluidly as you can, like you're swimming. 3. Beautiful. Nice softness in the back and the hips. 4. Fix your ball by repositioning it whenever you need to. Yours should scoot forward, Joanne. Good job. Booty crawl. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. Whenever you can, Joanne, match her positioning like that because it's going to balance the bar out the best.
Oh, okay.
Visually, but also weight-wise. Two more. Last one. Boom, and back up. Nice. Stretching anything that needs to stretch. Fixing your ball. And now we're doing pike. So we're going to come down just like drip down, but the legs are going to go straight up in the air. Boom, and then right back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Now come back up, fix your ball, and now I want you to do plank for me, and I want you to do your max, so as many planks as you can. Right there, belly button stays over the center of the ball, and ideally it should be right under the bar. Don't let it go too far, else it's going to be a lot more work. Let your feet go straighter out, Nancy, not raising it. Yep, right there, nice. Make sure you're counting because I'm watching. Not counting. Yep, good. So remember the path of least resistance. So as you work, you're always feeling for where the most resistance is. Where's your weakness? And you're using structural alignment to find a way to move around those weaknesses. Move towards the strengths. That's where you discover endurance. Nice. People would always ask me how many exercises to do of a given exercise. And I always tell them my only secret my whole life is do as many as you can do. Whatever exercise you're doing, do as many of them as you can. And you know you're growing every single time you work out.
I think I'm giving you as much as I can on average.
How many did you get, Joanne?
17, I think.
That's awesome. Take a break. She's probably going to do 30 to 50 is my guess.
Okay. I'll get a triple one.
Where you at now, Nance?
24.
Yeah. So at least 30, and then if you can get to 50, rock it. Still got great form. Very nice.
Where's that adjusting ball trick?
So in the Army, they have what they call PT test, which is physical training tests. They want to know that every recruit can do at least this many push-ups, at least this many pull-ups, at least this many, whatever. That's the way we use our max reps, is to see really where we're at. And when we start counting and letting ourselves do as many as we can, our strength grows very quickly. How many is that, Nance?
42. My pants are coming down.
And if you don't let someone do their max on those, they will swear 10 of those kills them. But if you let them do their max, they'll do 20, they'll do 30.
He set me a goal, little bastard. He knows me too well. He said, of course I have to do 50.
Of course.
Okay, I did 50.
Awesome. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it.
My legs.
Like your hip flexors?
Yeah. Sit all day.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Very, very nice work.
I'm learning this from Moonflower.
She'll enjoy hearing that. All right, centered. Now we got balancing on the hip. So you're gonna go halfway down, not all the way down the side kick, halfway down, balance on your hip. Boom, right there. Feel your center. One hand, and then the other hand, which is always gonna be harder. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Sweet, other side. Not that far down, Joanne. That's a full side kick. You want to go halfway. See how Nancy's halfway down?
Oh, okay. Wait, I did it no hands earlier. Let's see.
Nice. Very nice. Nice. Awesome. Back to center. Good. Either side, give me 20 side kicks.
I'm gonna do the outside.
Okay.
So you just go the same direction as her. Go the same direction as her, Joanne. Yes, because otherwise y'all will be crossing next time. And you can scoot your ball down a little bit if you need to. So remember to feel your center, your core, your belly button, and you want to let your body revolve around that core like a fulcrum. That's how you're going to get the most bang for your buck. That's how you're going to get the most endurance. Otherwise, you're going to be laying into your shoulders and they're going to get tired very quickly. Nice.
I had to walk around the ball.
Good way to-
Or a dog laying
It
down.
made perfect sense to me.
Path of least resistance. Using the breath to find that path. Using relaxation. Using sensation. Using gravity, the feeling of gravity. Nice. Looks very cool in sync.
Just not too bad. 18, 19, 20.
Beautiful. Now put your ball back on the other side. You're going to do side kick to the other side and get leg raises now. And you're going to do max. See if you can get 20, Joanne. Nancy's going to do her max. And 20 is a lot, so don't feel bad if you only get 10 or 15. Yep, legs stay together. Going down as far as you can. That down's going to open that oblique. It's going to make it burn more when you pull it back up. That's what you want. This is like Pilates here. Yang movement, strong. How many is that, Nance?
28.
Nice. So if you start really keeping up with your max on each move, and you do that each day, your strength is going to continue to go up and up, Nance.
Woo, 50. My leg didn't want to go up anymore.
Nice. Stretch it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Very good work. You are going to feel this tomorrow.
Or tonight.
And now,
Right.
other side. Can't leave you walking crooked. It's very cool, synchronized. We're going to kill on this show just because what we do looks pretty.
Yeah.
Two and a half weeks, still no contract.
Ugh.
I think they're stalling on purpose.
Probably wear you down.
Nefarious television networks. They want to own the planet.
Yes.
How many
Woo, 40.
did you get, Joanne?
25.
Awesome. That is awesome. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it.
From the last show, there was a woman, she says, I'm 68 years old.
Say what?
And in the last program we just did, the woman says, I'm 68 years old. She was a hoot.
She was good.
Someone that was doing the bar with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so now give me leg wraps up to your knees. Either side, up and down, 10 times both sides.
Oh, because I'm at the point where it's going. So my feet.
Rub it in. Rub it
Now.
in. Fix them balls. Everybody's ball creeps on that though.
Okay.
If you can use your shoulders as little as possible. So everything comes from your balance and your hips.
10.
Very nice. Stretch anything that needs to stretch. And then from your knees, I want at least 10 Superman. If you can do more, do more.
Get the water.
Yes, I'd love to have some water. Thank you.
10 minutes.
Beautiful.
Oh, you Superman.
Just Superman. Good idea, though, Joanne.
That's what I had them doing earlier. Superman, Scorpion, Superman.
So that's very good for a certain type of work. That's like a mini circuit, you know, and repeating the same rep like this is going to give you more targeted muscle work, more targeted scoot your ball back. Yep, perfect. More targeted metabolic work, and longer circuits give you a longer overall burn, so it keeps the body working for a longer period. Really depends on what you're trying to train as to what's the best way to do it. But I love to reduce movements as small as I can, but still have an organic nature to it. So even this movement, that butt up, that's butt up. That's one part of that movement is butt up. Then you got knees in, that's one part of that movement, right? So even that movement has like 3 movements that could be breakdowns.
He's trying to distract.
How many is that?
That was 10.
10.
That was 10.
You have
I
5
said you're trying to distract me because you know this is not my favorite.
No, it's not your favorite. Do you got 5 more?
Okay.
And we got to figure out why it's not your favorite, and then we can work on that
Low
one.
back, low back.
Low back. Well, it sure doesn't look that hard on you, so you're doing something right. You can tell when somebody really struggles with Superman.
I'm taking a break all the time. Or
Good. Now on this one, give me 10 pull-ups behind the head.
oh,
Yep. And if you got more, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See if you got more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and nice. Relax, 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 relax. Beautiful. Beautiful. What was that thought? What was that thought there, Nance?
I'm thinking about next Tuesday.
Why are you thinking about next Tuesday right now?
Because I know how many I did.
Oh, right. You always got to one up. You always got to one up yourself. We're gonna have
Now I set a bar for myself.
Funny the way that works. That's the way metrics work. When we use metrics in anything, it becomes hard to not progress, to not continue to get better, because it's so easy to see. Like, well, if you just do one more, you're gonna and that's how I learned to walk on my hands. I just tried to get one more step every time I did it. Next thing you know, I could walk all the way across the floor. All right, awesome work. There's a couple more. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you now. We're gonna do plank twist. So you're gonna come down to plank and then do your twist and split.
Sticking to one side or from one side to the other?
One side to the other.
Okay.
That's the nicer way to do it. So you guys need to kind of stay together so you're twisting in the same direction as her, Joanne, so you don't run into each other. So when she twists,
and we're staying down there, right?
yes. Give me 10. So when she twists away from you, you twist up. Perfect. 1, 2, I think that's 3. My video's skipping. 4, 5, nice. 6, 7, almost there. 8, awesome. 9, last one.
That happens.
10, awesome. And back up. Awesome. I don't even know if I can make 10 without having to move the ball, so that was good. You made it the whole way without repositioning.
Yeah, well, it can be a tricky one.
Okay, now we're going to end with a fun one, and it's going to be tandem. You guys are going to have to do it together to make it work. So what you're going to do is you're going to do split switch to your left, Nancy, and Joanne's going to do it to her left. So you'll both do split switch.
My feet are towards the middle, and my feet are coming to the. My feet are coming to the outside. That's fine. I figured that.
Yeah, both of you are going towards the bar.
So I'm gonna go this way.
That's a little more to the center. Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, side kick, right?
Yeah, and then split. Come over.
Yeah.
Side kick, and up.
And then reverse it.
No, you want
No, I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
1,
Ready? Let's get synchronized here, baby.
synchro, baby.
Ready?
Oh, I'm not doing this very good.
2,
When you're ready, jump back in.
All right.
3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Nice. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Awesome. Stretch it out. Okay, last one, a serious core one. I think you've done this once or twice before, Nance. You're going to come down to the small of your back and put your knees into your chest.
On my side of the bar, right?
Well, you're just going to roll down to your back and, yep, knees there. Good. Then extend your feet out away from you, but don't come back up.
Oh, okay.
Just curling the knees in and then nope. Put your feet back under the bar. Now extend them out to plank. Now pull them.
Okay.
Good, right? Yep. Now, this might be tough on you because your legs are so long. So do whatever you got to make that work.
Yeah, I got a bigger ball.
Your ball is big and your legs are long. So yeah, anything you can do to make that work. Yeah. So mine works more like Joanne's. Don't bring your feet all the way. Just bring your knees to your chest. Then extend your feet away, and then bring them back in. Yep, right there. That's perfect. And you want to feel your balance so that your weight stays where you want it to be. That's a good modification, Nance.
Well, I know that we used to do it this way.
That might help you. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Little upper body pull up at the same time.
Rock it.
Wow.
One of the things I love about training Gabe here is that he's so creative. He just starts doing his own stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
Fun. Yep. Perfect. Very nice work, Joanne. Boom. Awesome. And stretch it out. Stretch it out. Very, very nice work. So stretch anything you need to stretch, and then make your way back down to the computer.
Okay.
So how do you feel?
Like I had a good workout. Yeah.
That looked like a good workout. How do you feel, Joanne?
I feel good.
You think you're going to be sore tomorrow?
Usually what I've found is that it's not tomorrow, it's the day after.
That happens to me as well. I'll be sore a little bit the day after, but I'll always be sore more 2 days later, and then it usually takes another day or two for it to go away. Awesome. Well, let Nancy know. Say what?
The first time I did this with Nancy, it was that very night, and I went to turn myself over in bed. I couldn't even move. I was like a turtle.
Wow. Nice. Well, make sure and let her know what's sore tomorrow, because she's got this video and she can check it out. And it's good to remember these types of things. Like I've always used soreness as learning, like which movements work which parts of the body. and you go into your maximum on any given movement, and you're going to figure out which muscle that's training really quickly, right? You guys did a lot of core. You did a good bit of shoulders. You did a lot of thighs, a lot of hip flexors, you know, upper quads, a lot of butt, a lot of booty. Very, very good work. Any thoughts, questions, ideas, imaginations about today's session?
Oh, I loved it. It's good.
Well, I love it too. I guess the only thing that I really think I struggle with a little bit now is not only the endurance part, but staying out of my partner's way. That's, well, I know. I always feel like I'm not where I should be.
Right. Well, don't worry about that. And this is moving into what we call tandem, right? And it's like every exercise we do can be done with another person simultaneous. And everything that you're learning in Dragonfly form can be done with another person as well. So you can have two people on the bar doing Dragonfly simultaneously. So it's just a part of learning, just like anything. Like if you're going to learn couples dancing, like there's going to be awkwardness. You're going to step on toes. You're going to get in the way. But part of the art is learning to really feel and to follow. And that's the same thing here. The more you practice, the more you're going to feel her energy. And did you notice how easy it was to copy each move, not having to think about like, oh, just do this and rock this that way and like words. And you're like, wait, what? And you're trying to picture it. But when you just see somebody do it, like it's way easier to just copy it and do it.
And you have to learn who is the lead and who's the follower.
Right.
Yes. Yes, for any partner dance, you always have to know who the lead is and who the follower, except authentic or not authentic movement, except contact improvisation, which is one of the most beautiful forms of dance ever created, and everyone is terrified of it for that exact reason, because it's never clear who the leader and who the follower is, and so you have to stay really like open and connected and vulnerable to do it, you know. But in most dances, it's always going to be really clear who the leader and follower are. Well, great work, ladies. You guys burnt a bunch of calories, built a bunch of muscle, found a bunch of balance, really good stuff. Both of you are champions, and please come again next week. You said Emily's coming.
Yeah, but Joanne can come if she wants to and use the back bar.
Yeah.
Use the back bar just as long as anybody that comes can see either you or me. Nope, seeing me won't work. They got to be able to see you because I'm not actually doing it.
Right.
If we changed it up and I was downstairs, then we could do it. But then that gets tough trying to train people simultaneously. And you know this as much as anybody, because when you train multiple people, you can't work out with everybody. You know.
Right. I know.
You'd be dead. So you got to learn how to train others as opposed to training with them. But I really enjoy all the lessons and how we keep experimenting. And this is how the practice happened. This is where it came from, is just playing and experimenting. And if it sticks, then use it. Then it works, you know, go with it. If it ain't broke, as they like to say.
Yes.
Anything else, Nance?
No, but I'm glad that Joanne came. She's not afraid to try anything. So
I love it. Thank you for coming, Joanne. I love your spirit. Keep it up, girl.
Thank you. I sure will. Thank you for everything. It was great tonight.
Awesome. You guys have a good one.
thanks. Good night.
Good night.